All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. This is supposed to be like some actual. I mean, we saw some gameplay on the E3 trailer, but this is supposed to be like more in depth. I think on that one we only saw Thor or Iron Man or a little bit of Cap. I can't remember, but this is supposed to be like legit actual footage. So let's see what's going on now.
And it was awesome. The Avengers were everything I imagined.
You know the one thing that I'm finding difficult? Well, I'm not gonna say difficult, but like this is gonna take me a minute to accept. So remember when I first talked about that they needed to make this game based on all the hype around in-game? Because of the fact that that movie is what made me want to see, or that movie, like the demand around that movie is what made me want this game, which I mentioned in one of my past videos. When I look at the characters, I want to see the movie guys. Like Thor isn't Chris Hemsworth, Tony Stark isn't Robert Downey Jr. Or even if at least just the voice acting, you know? Because if I'm not mistaken, they're going to give you different skins to play the game with. But I just really wish that, I wish it looked more like them, or at least got their voices. And I remember they talked about the voice actors in that stream, but fuck them voice actors from the show or the cartoon or whatever it was. I want to hear the people that I fell in love with from the movies. The people who brought this whole thing to life. So, just observing off skill alone, which is crazy. First of all, Thor shouldn't be fighting humans because they ain't got no chance. But that's besides the point. I'm looking at the bottom right corner, right? You notice when Thor does a move, you see how it's activated. It's an L1 and an R1, like left bumper and right bumper for some type of ability. Let me see it again. Let me see it again. And then it's a big circle in the middle. Every time they show some fucking screen text, they take it off. It's a big circle in the middle that I'm thinking that's like an ultimate ability maybe for both buttons. So clearly there's some type of progression system. I mean, which we knew that it would be because it's an RPG, but I just wonder like I'm wondering like for instance with Thor, does Thor have 10, 12, 15 abilities somewhere in that ballpark? Or is it because you're trying to make the game based around 5 characters because Hawkeye's not in the game? Is it like a small amount of abilities for all of them because they got you playing as a team all the time? Because I want to see if there are like solo missions where maybe like for instance, if you got to do some type of mission that's in space or in the outskirts of outer space, obviously Natasha can't go there. You know what I'm saying? Hulk can't fly, so how he gonna get up there? You know? So that would be reserved for like Thor or Iron Man, even though Iron Man would be able to be safe outside of the suit in that situation. But so it makes me wonder how the progression system will come about. Thor, like, he might be the most fun to play with because of that hammer coming back and forth. See, he just did that move and he pressed L1 with that move, and so like that circle spinning for the cooldown for him to get that back. So I just wonder, is it like multiple abilities, or is it a situation where like the like that move levels up to like a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 as the enemies get harder? Because the thing with like Batman and Spider-Man, which is kind of what I'm basing this on with everything, I feel like every superhero game should be made in that vein off Batman, because I think the Arkham games are the best hero game I ever played in my entire life. Not even the best hero game, probably the best game I've ever played in my whole life. So I base everything off that. Batman had a ton of moves, and every single game they just added more and more. And this shit looks amazing. Like, this shit looks amazing. But I just wonder, what is the level 2, level 3, level 4 version of this? You know, how much grind? How long is the campaign? You got 5 characters, and you want to build them up and give them skins and shit. So I wonder, is it like missions based around? Because like, okay, next level of XP. So there's experience levels. But the thing is, the XP, it went to Iron Man because they just showed him on it. So I'm wondering, like, do you always use the whole team, or is there certain missions for certain characters? Which I'm sure is probably a combination of both. Because what would suck is if I fell in love with one character and had to play the others in certain increments while I wasn't in the mood to, if it felt forced. It looks awesome though. You know what, one thing I wish they would do, and I hope they polish this up by the time of full release, you see how Iron Man's flying, he just got that one hand out. That looks cool, but I want to see him have more mannerisms in the air, not look stiff like a robot. Like, make him a human, make him use both hands, make him move around. On the flip, he did it, but like, he should be shooting with both hands, because that's what Iron Man does in the movie.
Which one of you B-movie extras shot at me?
Yeah, see, on the ground, they got him looking fluid. But on that particular scene when he was flying through, he was just stiff with the one hand. I am Iron Man. It's me, Tony Stark. Nah, fam, don't be having to move like a robot. Let him get fluid. Let him get his shit off.
Didn't know you were listening to that part.
Enemies flying based on the fact that Tony's flying. So you look down the bottom right corner for Iron Man. 2 of his slots empty. So that's what I'm talking about progression. Thor had 2 slots with something in them. Iron Man only got 1. He ain't got none in L1. So that's what makes me curious about the progression system and how things go down. And if like each character has a whole bunch of unique abilities or just a few because you're trying to mix the whole team into a campaign. I'd rather it be where like this game has 45 hours. It's just some stupid wild ass campaign. Like Batman's a large game. Then you can beat the normal difficulty and then you can go to the next difficulty and level up even more. That's how I want this game to be. Just don't hype us up and give us half the package. Give us the whole shit. Give us all the skins. Give us the side missions. Give us some solo challenges for each character. I think Cap dies in the story because I remember that from the E3 trailer. So give us some side challenge missions for Cap. You like just set the whole shit off. But see, that's what I mean. I don't look at him and see Mark Ruffalo. I want to see Mark Ruffalo, not Bruce Banner. And then there's also like the voice acting. Like I wish it was the guys from the movies, but it is what it is. I mean, Hulk would sound like Hulk on the ground because Hulk don't got a human voice, but the rest of them, they don't sound like the people we fell in love with from movies. But I guess beggars can't be choosers because I was thirsty as hell for this game to come out. And I'm just glad they made it like what I thought it would be because I was worried it was gonna be like another Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And the concept of those games were great. The graphics were terrible, and I'm a graphic gamer. Like I need shit to look cool. I think the most cartooniest game that I've ever played is Apex Legends. And it took me a while to get into that. See, I'm looking at the bottom right. Hulk don't got no abilities. He don't got no R1, L1. So I wonder how do they determine who does what in those situations and like what the progression system is. That's what I worry about. So that's player XP. But then it says Hulk smash, reach the pulsar tanks. So yeah, player XP is one thing, but I wonder is their character XP also. Because Hulk don't got any abilities in the bottom. I mean, but I guess what would the abilities be? Hulk holds strength is just brute strength. Like, that's his skill. He doesn't get new gadgets. He beats people the fuck up. Well, not people. Aliens. Because what human can take a punch from the Hulk? Cinematically, this looks amazing. I just want to see more fluidity with all the movement. But I mean, like, as far as how this looks awesome.
You know, I was thinking today was going to be more fan clubs and funnel cakes. Focus, Tony.
And what I loved about Batman was like his dark grittiness, but that's not really MCU style. They more comic book adaptation. So, I mean, that's why things look bright and you having fights in the daytime, where Batman, like, the whole entire damn game is at nighttime.
Talk to me.
Those tanks are doing a number on the bridge. They could fall if we don't take them out.
Hurry up, big guy. Can't take much more punishment.
Hulk out there moving. Fuck these cars. Let's go, Hulk. Let's move. Ooh, okay. With the thunderclap. Oh, no, he got abilities now. They didn't show him earlier. So it just must have been that situation he couldn't use them. Because, okay, so there, okay, cool. That's what I was wondering. So everybody does have some type of ability. So far. Yeah, his smash is probably his 2 buttons because his side ones are. So it looks like if this is like intro play, everybody starts with something different. Because in his L1 R1 was empty, but his big one was full. Well, available, I mean, not full. I'm not mad at that.
Hey, those weapons were meant for the good guys.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
Not the time. Get your heads in the game.
Get your head in the game. You heard Natasha. Get your fucking head in the game. Coach him up, Natasha. Let's go, Cat. What you got for me? I want to see the skills. It's got to be like missions and side missions for Cap, because even though in the E3 trailer they showed he died. Well, hold up. Let's see. Do they cut? Does he do anything? Like, does he fight? Because I think they want to show you all the heroes. So I think Cap about to fight right now. I don't think this is just a cinematic. Yeah, see Cap? Okay, so he got 2 moves. So that would lead me to think they're not going to just have him win a game for this portion of the game. It's got to be like some type of solo side mission flashback missions, or maybe Cap really just ain't dead and there's some type of like resurrection or something like that. Who knows? You just like they're not gonna have this game come out and not put Cap on it because a lot of people love Captain America. He's not my favorite. My favorite is probably Thor or Iron Man, but a lot of people love Cap. And based on the fighting I've seen, because Hulk was smashing and Thor was flying and Iron Man was flying, Cap looks like more the agile style hand-to-hand combat that I wanted to see. Like he just looks to be moving a lot more smoother than what those other characters were. What's his L1? I can't tell. So his R1 looks like the shield throw. I can't tell what the L1 does. Cap out here throwing them hands though.
We have a problem. The reactor won't stabilize. Origin molecular structure is breaking down into a gas. It's extraordinary.
If you can't
This does look awesome though. I'm loving the visuals. I just want just the little things to be polished. I just don't want them to give us like. It's funny because now Cap got both his abilities. What determines that? Because both abilities came up. I wonder how does it charge. But it looks awesome. It's just that I don't want them to drop the ball on like, what's the word I'm looking for? Game content. Like I don't want it to just be a situation where because it's the Avengers and it's all this hype, you drop this game. Because this type of game should have been came out, to be honest. Like they've been popular for a long time, and the technology's been out because obviously the Batman game's been out forever ago, and then like you had Spider-Man come out last year. So the technology's been there. But I just don't want them to have it. I guess the longer it takes to come out, I guess the better, because that means you'll get a full content game. I just want multiple skins. I want side missions. I just want a replay factor to be through the roof. Because I mean, like, I done beat all the Batmans, and I can still play that shit right now to this day if I really felt like it. Because there are still side missions. Not side missions I didn't finish, challenge missions. I did all the side missions, all the riddles and things like that. But I don't want this game to just be like a run through, beat 'em up because you got heroes. Like, I want there to be some type of, like, brain teaser, some type of solving something. Like, prime example, we looking at Natasha right now. It would be nice if she had some espionage missions, because you know she was a spy at one point. It'd be nice if she had some espionage missions where you had to sneak through and creep through and use her mobility to maybe get some type of item or something like that that you guys need. I don't want to just run through and beat everybody the fuck up because we the Avengers. And I don't want to be obligated to play one character if I can play a different character. Like, maybe Thor solves a mission in a way that Iron Man can't, and vice versa. That would be sweet too, you know what I'm saying? I just want the replay factor. Because right now, all I'm seeing is a lot of beautiful graphics like this, and this looks awesome. But I'm seeing a lot of beautiful graphics and like single command responses. Like you'll be going through something like this and it'll be like press R1 or press triangle or something like that. I don't want the whole mission to be like that. Like see right there, like you press triangle and she duck underneath. I want things to feel like live. I don't want it to all just be single command cinematics. Because that like it looks amazing, but it doesn't make for insane gameplay. I want to feel like that if I make a mistake, I'll die. I want things to be quick and fast. Because that's how I feel like Batman was. Obviously, I'm going to keep reverting back to Batman. But I mean, I'm judging this against Batman. The same way people judge the movies, I'm judging this is Batman versus Avengers on the video game. Because Batman's the best RPG I ever played in my life. In my personal opinion. If y'all got a different game, I know some people are like in the Final Fantasy and things like that. I'm not really into those kind of games. Because I'm big on graphics outside of just the RPG experience itself. So if you guys got a different game, let me know in the comments. But I mean, to me, the Batman Arkham games, 1 through 4, they're the best games I've ever played in my life. Every time that they come out, I stop playing everything else and I just complete them. Ditch my girlfriend. I'll tell my girlfriend, hey, I gotta finish playing this. So I'll see you in a few days, or you come over when I'm done playing. But I'm playing at 3 in the morning. Natasha fucking Taskmaster up, ain't she? I mean, look at that. Like, that looks awesome. That looks really, really awesome. I just want to feel like the thing with these trailers, they're not really showing any of the heroes get hit, so I don't know how challenging the game ultimately is going to be. But I mean, if you give me like an extra hard mode or a mode that doesn't have like how they're showing these warnings on the ground, it'd be sweet if you can play and they don't show that, because that's how Batman has. They have a system where they don't alert you. You got to react and respond. It makes the game fun. I just want it to be challenging. I don't want to feel like I'm a kid beating my favorite comic book game. I want to feel the challenge of a full video game. They got crazy replay hours. Yeah, see, she moving more like the bat. Heroes look a little dumb though. I mean, not the heroes, but the enemies look a little dumb and stiff. They seem very clunky, very easy to hit. but I hope it's just for demonstration purposes.
Here, catch.
Because, I mean, they're dodging every attack so easy. You can see the shit coming from a mile away. But maybe they just plan on easy to show you what the game's capable of.
That means I know just as much about you as you do.
It's a lot of in-fight dialogue that comes off hella cheesy. I mean, at least have them breathe hard. Like, they're having a full-fledged fight. They can't be talking in their normal voices while all this is going on. She out here shooting them with guns and roundhouse kicking them in the nuts and shit.
Your dance ends now.
Taskmaster do look sweet. He remind me of Deathstroke.
Must be frustrating. Always one step behind.
You're after the Chimera, aren't you? What are you gonna do with it? Sell it to the highest bidder?
I'm after something much.
Yeah, like you whooping his ass while asking him what's his plan. Come on now. It's cheesy. But I get it. You don't want to have a game where you just fighting, ain't nobody talking. I understand. It is what it is.
Not a chance.
Okay, it's about time that the hero got hit. Yeah, let me see some skill from the... I want to see a challenge. Hit her ass a little bit. I just want to feel like the game's challenging.
You're not the brains behind this. And this smells like distraction. I'm done talking.
Oh, cloaked it up.
What's the matter? Don't like surprises?
Fool. I'll let
I didn't even look in the bottom right corner to see if she had any skills available the whole time she was fighting. I don't think I saw them down there because it caught my attention though. Unless I just overlooked it, but I highly doubt it. I don't remember Natasha cloaking up in none of the movies.
Next time, take better notes.
Served him. Okay.
Guess you saw that coming, huh?
You think you've won?
It just would be, I mean, I don't know if it's like a contractual thing or because obviously the comic books were made before the movie, but I would just feel so much happier even if they just made it a skin, you know? Like if it looked like the actors from the, because that's what I hear Avengers and I think of them. And Hawkeye not even in the game. But still.
He's collapsing.
Like I think of Black Widow and I think of Scarlett Johansson, so I want to see Scarlett
Steve,
Johansson.
can you hear me? Get the hell out of there!
Screw this.
And I want to hear Thor, the king of Asgard. Loki, you're a horrible brother. My Asgardian accent is probably trash. My Thor accent is trash, but you know what I'm trying to do. I want to hear that Thor. I don't want to hear blonde, pretty Thor. I want to hear that voice, that deep voice. Let you know I am Thor,
Some say they were set up.
God of Thunder. My fucking Thor voice is trash. that shit is
Others
trash.
call them murderers.
Oh, so Cap did die. Look at bearded, stressed out Tony. Yeah, Cap did die.
We all lost.
But you gotta have him in the game, so I kind of wonder how this works out. Like, what if you play a whole story and then Cap dies in the middle, and then like you finish the game in an event like avenging Cap? That looks crazy, fam. When the ship was flying out to the city, that was nuts. Okay, so there's another skin for Iron Man. And then okay, so yeah, it looks like there's gonna be some skins and some progression and stuff like that. Some worth unlocking. I get it. May 15th, 2020. Okay, so I mean, it looks dope. I'm not gonna be wild thirsty and try to give some crazy deep dive. But when the game doesn't come out for another, what did that say, May? So that's another 9 months. My questions are very minimal. I just want to know what the progression system is, which it looks to have one because you saw those abilities in the bottom right hand corner. Obviously we saw the Iron Man skin when he was in space flying in the white suit. So I'm just curious about the progression system, the skins, and the way that the character selection happens, and maybe like side missions and how those come into play. And then if Captain America does die at some point in the story, or if he dies at the beginning of the story, how do you incorporate him? Because some people still gonna want to play Captain America. I mean, they showed gameplay footage of him, so obviously you play him. So we'll have to see what the campaign holds. But I mean, I'm not gonna be wild thirsty and try to make like some crazy large reaction. It looks dope. I'm judging everything on a scale of Batman Arkham series and also Spider-Man, which is basically just an extension of Batman to me. So I mean, for the most part, what I see looks impressive. You got 9 months to polish some things up. You got 9 months to add a ton of replay factor and a bunch of content. So until we see that, I'll just reserve my judgment. But if I'm just being completely honest, I expect the game to be great. So if it's not, that would be like a huge letdown. And the only thing is that I wish that I had the movie, like the guys from the movie roles, I wish I had their voices as far as the voice acting, but maybe that's just some type of contractual situation or something like that. And I wish we had some type of skin that resembled them, at least just one. Like when I look at Black Widow, I see Scarlett Johansson in my mind, and obviously that's not who you see in the game. So I'm not gonna like have some wild thirsty reaction. It looks pretty promising. I can't wait to see what does come out in May. I'm hoping we get a little more gameplay footage before then. They don't keep it like too quiet. Just keep teasing us here and there. And then also I just want to know like if there's some type of co-op. But until we get that information, until things are a little more solid and concrete, I'm loving what I'm seeing in the gameplay footage. And for now, I just reserve my judgment. Let me know what you guys found to be interesting about the video and the gameplay trailer. Personally, I think it looks promising, but I'm not going to jump the gun. I mean, we got 9 months to go, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if you guys like the video, please hit the like button for me. Of course, as always, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. I'll catch you guys on the next one. It is your boy Lou Streets. I'm out. Peace.